Mara and Elise. If you said one name, the other followed, like a sign that couldn't exist without its chorus. So they met in high school, two completely different worlds, colliding in the most unexpected way. So Mara was the quiet type, the girl who always sat by the window, sketching random designs on the last page of her notebook while everyone else was cosplaying. She didn't talk much, but when she did, it was thoughtful, sincere, the kind of a friend who actually listened. Elise was the opposite. She was loud, confident, and magnetic, the kind of a girl who could walk into a room and instantly own it. So teachers loved her, and boys liked her, and people followed her around like she was the sun, and they were just trying to stay warm. But somehow, she liked being around Mara. Maybe because Mara was calm, grounded, and never tried to compete with her. And that's how it started. A friendship that everyone envied. So they'd walk home together, share secrets, dream about the future, and laugh until their stomachs hurt. They even made a promise that no matter what happens, they'd chase their dreams together. So when they both passed the entrance exam to the same university, they cried tears of happiness. It felt like fate was rewarding them for their friendship. But fate doesn't always play fair. At first, it was just like old times, movie nights, midnight snacks, cramming for exams, and supporting each other through sleepless nights. So Mara got accepted into the fashion design program. It was her dream. She poured her heart into sketching, sewing, and creating designs that felt personal, almost like a part of her soul. Elise, on the other hand, took up marketing, but she wasn't as passionate about it as she thought. She struggled with grades and felt overshadowed by all the talented people around her. So slowly, Elise began to change. She started hanging out with people who were more popular. She joined every event, posted about every party, and became that girl everyone wanted to know. So Mara didn't mind at first. She was happy for her. But she began to notice how Elise was different. She became distant, dismissive, and sometimes even competitive. It was small things at first, taking credit for group work, making subtle about making subtle jokes about Mara's quietness, or accidentally showing her sketches to others without permission. But then came the betrayal Mara never saw coming. So there was a design competition at the university, the biggest event of the year. So the winner would get a scholarship and an internship at the real fashion house. Mara worked day and night for it. She barely slept, skipped meals, and even filled her sketchbook with ideas. Elise was supportive at first, asking questions, giving suggestions, even taking pictures of her sketches. Or so Mara thought. On the day of the showcase, Mara walked into the hall and froze. Because on the stage, standing proudly with her designs displayed on giant screens, was Elise, her best friend, presenting Mara's designs, claiming them as her own. The crowd cheered, professors praised her creativity. Elise smiled, basking in attention that wasn't hers to take. And in that moment, Mara felt something break, not just her heart, but her trust. She didn't confront Elise right away. She couldn't. Her throat felt tight, her hands were trembling, and all she could do was walk away. So that night, Elise returned to their dorm, acting like nothing happened. When Mara finally asked why, Elise simply said, "You'll thank me later. You're too scared to show your work. I just help you to do it." Help. That was the word echoed in Mara's mind. until it didn't mean anything anymore. After that, Mara shut down. She stopped designing, stopped smiling, stopped talking. Elise, on the other hand, was shining. She was featured in the school's paper, offered interviews, and even praised by professors. But the guilt started to show. When Mara's old classmates noticed some similarity in their art styles, rumors began to spread. Screenshots of Mara's old posts surfaced online. People started whispering, and then one day, during a university exhibition, a guest designer, a respected professional, recognized Mara's work. He approached Elise, asking about her inspiration, and she froze. He then turned to Mara and said, "I've seen these designs before, under your name." The truth unraveled quickly. The crowd turned silent. Elise's confidence shattered right there under the stage lights. The next few days were chaos. Elise was called out by professors, classmates, even the university council. She lost her scholarship. Her name became synonymous with cheater. She tried to apologize to Mara, crying, begging for forgiveness, but Mara couldn't even look at her. So sometimes silence hurts more than words ever could. So years later, Mara graduated top of her class. She got accepted into the same fashion house that guest designer owned. Life was finally good, calm, fulfilling, and honest. But no matter how much success she achieved, there was still a part of her that missed Elise. Not the girl who betrayed her, but the friend she once had. So one evening, while organizing her old sketchbooks, she found an envelope with no name. Inside was one of her first designs, the same one Elise stole. In the back was a single line written in shaky handwriting. "You were always better than me. I just couldn't stand being the side character in your story." Tears fell onto the paper before Mara could stop them. She realized that Elise's betrayal wasn't about hate, it was about insecurity. Elise wasn't trying to hurt her, she was trying to be her. But sometimes mistakes can't be undone. So years passed and they never spoke again. But sometimes when Mara sees someone looking lost or envious, she remembers Elise and how envy can turn love into poison. And in her next fashion line, Mara named one of her collections the friend who took everything. It wasn't revenge, it was remembrance. Because even pain can become art if you survive it.